Alright, hello, welcome. This is going to be a video for Film Stars. This one, of course, is going to talk about the two things I did not talk about in the previous video. So, first things first, of course, going to be the ability to have a better tutorial. So, the current tutorial is introduced to you as soon as you start the game. But if you need a refresher, you can just go up to this duck over here, go to the tutorial, click tutorial, and for some reason the music comes back on even though I have it off. I honestly don't know why. Anywho, you can just go through the tutorial, you can move the panels left and right, you can do all these things in the tutorial. Now, if you've done the tutorial before, you can just quit out of it. But fun fact, there's an actual secret thing that you can get with it. Now, this isn't related to the video or anything, but you get access to white foam. Now, white foam is not normally accessible unless you are in the, I believe it's the Foam Stars missions. So that's cool. But either way, you can get the white foam, and then of course you can get the purple foam as well, which is an unused combination of multiplayer, by the way. But regardless, we are talking about the foam stars missions. Now, they're used as a tutorial tool for the other 5 characters besides Sella: Akito, Tonix, Raybreaker, Penguin, and Jet Justice. The first 3 missions of each will explain each character's different abilities. The first is usually the L1 ability, the second is the R1 ability, and the final is, of course, the Triangle or the Superstar skill ability. Now, all of these are explained for each of the characters, except for the 6 that were introduced later on after the game's launch, of course, being Barissador, Melty, Quaff Guy, Chloe Noir, Ramsey, and of course Bubblo. None of them have any tutorials. Back then, I believe they did the all character parties to make sure that you knew how to play each character. I believe the ones were, of course, Melty, Quaff, and of course Chloe Noir parties. After that, they did not do any parties for Ramsey or Bubblo, unfortunately, mostly because of the fact that those 2 characters, I don't think they had too much of an issue using their assess at the same time. But I know for sure Ramsey's would lag the game even on a, you know, relatively 4-year-old PlayStation 5. So, just saying. Anywho, how would I improve the tutorial? The tutorial, I would just give you a training area. So the current training area we have here is, of course, this Moko that just hangs around. You can hit it a bunch. It'll react. Again, the amount to chill an opponent is 100. And these 2 Moko over here that used to be stationary, but at the start of the latest season, the right Moko now just moves left and right, and the left Moko moves up and down, but also moves side to side as well to simulate a character jumping or slide jumping. So it's very interesting to see that they are, of course, trying to make the lounge more of a training area, but at the same time, I want a dedicated training stage. So, just repurpose the stage that you had previously in the tutorial, put it so that you can play it in the custom parties or the private parties, but as a single player thing, so that you can use any character and just, adjust yourself and have fun with any character that you want, while also making it easier for you to participate in making sure that you know how to play the character instead of these Moko that seemingly go in whatever direction they really want, or if you memorize which one they are, and this one back here is just literally a damage sponge. So there's that. And the second thing, of course, I want to talk about is how Xbox is never going to get foam stars. Now, the Foam Stars exclusivity deal ended on August 6, 2024. It says it in every trailer, and I do assume in the Season 10 trailer, they're not going to skimp out on it either. It will say at the end of the trailer, because it is still a PlayStation exclusive. Will it come to PC? I highly doubt it, mostly because of the fact that Square Enix games themselves, I know they're on Steam and all this other such, but I think Foam Stars itself is in a unique situation in the fact that it released like almost sandwiched in between 2 major releases for PlayStation. One, of course, was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and the other one was, of course, Helldivers 2. This came out 2 days before Helldivers 2, by the way. Helldivers 2 came out February 8th, this came out February 6th, and of course, Final Fantasy Rebirth came out February 28th, 2024. So it was a packed month for PlayStation. Unfortunately, Foam Stars came out on the shorter end. So when Xbox looks at that, in the fact that there is a low player count at the moment, I don't think Toy Logic is going to want to dedicate resources on a port for the Xbox Series X and S, and of course the Xbox One, mostly because of the fact of feature parity. If you do not know what feature parity is the fact that Xbox wants to have a game that can run on the Xbox Series X, also run on the Xbox Series S. Now, the PlayStation 4 does not struggle with Foam Stars at all. I mean, somewhat it does, but in the most cases, you can play it pretty normally with it. The Series S, on the other hand, I think is just about as strong as a PS4, maybe weaker, I'm not too sure. But unfortunately, if it doesn't pass the barometer test on the Series S, it'll never make it to market. So that's what I'm probably thinking ended up happening, and they sort of just abandoned it because, again, the fact that the Foam Stars player base was so low that they just decided not to do it. I doubt they wanted to try it, especially with the lower player base. But in general, those are the two things I wanted to discuss in this video. Of course, if you did enjoy, you can make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.